Good morning, everyone. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some breath work and some stretches that you can do to get your day started. I'm using a block to sit on, but you're not going to need any props. So when you're ready, meet me on the mat. So we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on one block, but if you want to elevate your hips up a little bit more, you can add a second block. Maybe you sit on a bolster, or you can just do this on a chair. But find a tall seat, find a comfortable seat. And start by finding a tall spine. So press down into the tops of your feet, or maybe just root your sit bones down. Engage your belly button here. So lightly draw your belly button in and create space in between your vertebrae here. And lightly press your shoulders down away from your ears. Roll your shoulder heads back and maybe squeeze your shoulder blades together so there's extra space here between your ears and your shoulders. You might even feel a little bit of a stretch here just doing this. I certainly do. And we're going to start off with some breath work. So in this lightly engaged posture, in a tall spine, find your breath. You can even place your hands at your ribs here. Begin to breathe deeply, filling your lung space. So you're breathing into your palms and then out through your nose. That was through my mouth. Let's try that again. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And we'll do a few just like that. We'll actually come into a 5-count inhale, 5-count pause, 5-count exhale, 5-count pause. So it's a square breathing, 5 inhale, 5 exhale, and then 5 kumbakas at the top and the bottom. So with your tall seat, fill your lung space. Notice how your ribs expand and contract. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And out. And now we're going to move into the 5-count breath in, 5-count hold at the top, 5-count breath out, and then 5-count breath hold at the bottom of your breath. Deep breath in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale, and we'll do that for 10 more rounds. Hold. Exhale. And take a deep breath in and breathe out like normal. Now we'll move into some neck stretches, and hopefully that brought some awareness to the muscle of your lungs and to the rib cage, or the intercostal muscles that are in between your ribs here. Because when we breathe, our ribs expand and contract as well. It moves as one kind of entity here. And so for the neck stretches, take your left hand to the right side of your head, and without looking up and tweaking your neck in any kind of direction, see if you can keep it pretty neutral. Face forward, look down at maybe the floor or something right in front of you. Lightly press your hand into the side of your head, and lightly press the hand or the head back into the side of your hand here. And take deep breaths in. Drop your shoulders down away from your ears. And let's hold this for a few seconds. And switch sides. Bring your right hand to the left side of your head. Look somewhere down in front of you or right in front of you. And create a little bit of resistance with your head and hand here. So press into your palm and press the palm back into the side of your head. Drop your shoulder down away from your ears and create length in your side neck here. And don't forget to breathe. You bring your awareness back to your breath, and maybe even focus on your breath rather than maybe the stretching sensation that's going on in the side of your neck. Let's come back to the center. Now we're gonna add an arm here, so an arm extension. With your palm facing up and your arm reaching out to the side, bring your left hand back to the right side of your head. And create that resistance once again, but you're also gonna create resistance in this right arm here. So pretend you've got your arm extended and you're holding out a serving tray or a light weight. So you want to create that resistance even though you're not holding on to anything. Or if you need that resistance, you can hold on to a really light weight here, maybe a can, a soup can, or a 1 pound weight if you have it. And really press into your palm here like you're trying to press it into the underside of a table, or maybe like reaching up towards the ceiling. Once again, find a deep breath in. Maybe even rotate your palm back as you press. And really get a nice stretch here. And come back to the center, switch sides. Reach your left palm up towards the sky, right palm to the side of your head. And really find engagement from your fingertips all the way up to the side of your neck here. So as you're pulling your neck over the side of your head down, can you really press and engage your muscles here? And take full breaths in. And there's no rush. There's no need to crank your neck. There's no need to be anywhere but other than where you are right now. And bring everything back to the center. Rest the backs of your hands to your thighs. And we'll do some neck circles. So rather than making circles with the neck, we're going to make the circles with our head. So keep your cervical spine exactly where it is, and we're going to focus on the chin here. So imagine drawing a circle with your chin. And we'll start counterclockwise because that's what I'm doing now. And so rather than throwing the head back and throwing the head down, see if you can keep your cervical spine exactly where it is and just draw that circle with your chin. Maybe go in the opposite direction. How do I do this? Clockwise. And so as you lift your chin, keep your spine exactly where it is, and then as you circle down, tucking the chin down towards your chest, your spine is technically not moving. It's just your head here. So you can do a few rounds of that. I actually really like that doing the neck circles does not feel good to me. It feels very crunchy in the cervical spine, but your body might be a little bit different. And so now we'll do a little bit of shoulder and arm stretches here. So from here, tee your arms out to the sides. And to begin, we'll start with the palms up for some external rotation. So draw your belly in, knit the fronts of your rib cage in so you don't want to come into a lower back bend. And from here, we're just going to start with small circles, palms facing up. And once again, drop your shoulders down away from your ears, create that space in your cervical spine, create that length in your trunk as well. So you're lengthening the entire spine from tailbone all the way up to the crown of your skull. Or well, rather, the base of your neck. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And do little arm circles backwards. And then we'll go forward, but now we're going to start to make the arm circles bigger. And we'll go a little bit slower to start, because I want you guys to really feel your muscle engagement here and feel the external rotation of your arms. We can start to make them bigger. And bigger. And try not to go into a back bend here. So really focus on just the strength and the stretching of your arms here. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Well, I'll start a little slower, or a little smaller, and then make my way into the big circles. Again, focus on keeping those palms up. We're in external rotation here. My shoulders are a little crunchy. I've had my fair share of injuries in the past that I'm still working through to this day. And that's normal. You do one more round. And take your hands to your thighs, and we'll take a little break before we go into the internal rotation of the shoulders. And I personally find internal rotation to be much more challenging than external rotation. I think internal rotation of the shoulders and the hips is an underrated mobility exercise. So go ahead and take your arms out to the side. This time face your thumbs down towards the floor. So you can spread your fingers, maybe clamp your fingers, do a little Spock finger action here, whatever your choice of engagement is today. But focus on squeezing those fingers. So we want total engagement through the entire arms here. And start to make circles, going in forward circles. Let's start there. And once again, keep your trunk straight. So long, tall spine, no back bending, especially in the lower spine. Ooh, I already feel my arms. Let's make circles in the opposite direction. We'll do a few more circles here. Nice and slow. Ooh, my back cracked. Oh, great. And one more. Okay. And bring your hands to your thighs. Maybe do a few shoulder circles, forward and back. And now we're going to move into a side bend. And so take your left hand down at your side, draw your belly button in. So this side bend comes from the strength of your belly. You're not literally just trying to bend to the side. You have to use the strength of your core. Lightly turn your chest to face towards your left knee. Bring your left hand down to the side. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. And instead of slapping your arm up towards the side of your head, can you create that space between your ears and shoulders, like you're truly reaching just with your arm rather than with the girdle of your shoulders here. And so take a deep breath in, strong core engaged here. Press down with your feet, even engage your inner thighs here, so squeeze your legs towards each other. And really lengthen from your right fingertips all the way down to your right hip bone here. And take one more full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale, come back to the center. Let's switch sides. I've acquired a new puppy in this transition. Bring your right fingertips down towards the floor. Engage those inner thighs, that lower body. Pull your belly button in and reach up with your left fingertips here. And create that space between ear and shoulder. You might feel this in your lower back. You might feel it in your side body as well. And those are all correct places to feel it. And this really gets into the QL muscles of the spine, those like lower back muscles. Inhale, come back to the center. Release your arms, make those circles. Feel the looseness. Feel that space that you've just created in your body. Okay. Now we're going to shift and we're going to come into a tabletop. I'll use this blanket since neither Aries or Watson are using it. Alright, Watson, you can stay there. You take your tabletop position here, shoulders on top of your wrists and your knees knees underneath your hips. You can tuck your toes here for a little bit of a stretch in your feet and more stability in your stance. So we're going to warm up our wrists here. So especially if you're a climber or you use your hands a lot, your fingers and wrists get real tight. So we're just going to lift the palm of our hand off the floor, and as you do that, press down into your fingertips and grab the mat with your fingers. Just like this. And we'll do that 10 times, so go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll do the right side. You can't see it, but you can imagine it. 1, all my knuckles cracked, nice. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we'll do both hands at the same time. So walk your hands back, maybe a hand length distance towards you. And we'll do both hands together. So 1, lift the palms up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was it. 6 if you want. And we'll do a few rounds of cat-cow. We'll do 5 rounds. So squeeze your legs together, press down into your palms, tuck your tailbone, draw your belly in, and press down into your hands and legs here. Round your shoulders up towards the sky. And then inhale, come forward. Drag your chest through your arms, draw your belly in still as you lift your tailbone up towards the sky, coming into your cow shape. And exhale, press down into your hands for cat. That was 1. Inhale, come forward, cow. That's 2. And 3. Exhale, cow. 4. And 5, last one. And find a neutral tabletop. Hey, Watson. Watson, come here. Come on, puppy. Move. Okay, I'm gonna have to improvise. That's there for Watson, just in case. So we're gonna come into a puppy pose and stretch our spine here. Walk your hands forward. Take your hands shoulder or outer shoulder width distance. Walk your knees back. Bring your elbows down to the floor. And lightly squeeze your elbows towards each other so there's external rotation in your shoulder bones. And maybe walk your knees back. And so you're not trying to smash your chest down towards the floor. You're not trying to just dump here. You really want to engage those shoulder bones. Squeeze in, and then try and touch your chest down towards the floor. Maybe press the top of your forehead down. And take a deep breath in. Lift your belly. Press the tops of your feet down towards the floor. And really find your breath. So you're trying to open your shoulders as you're going into a back bend. You're not trying to isolate these movements here. And especially if you're stiff, like me, maybe you come into an older puppy stretch. Maybe look up between your hands. Maybe bring your chest, or your chin, sorry, down towards the floor. I can't do that today, so I'm just gonna press the top of my forehead into the floor. And take a full breath in, and a full breath out. And look up. Inhale, walk your feet forward. And sit your hips back to your heels. And take a deep breath in. Sit up, tuck your toes, and then sit back on your heels and stretch the bottom of your feet. And really try and stack those heels on top of your toes. And then walk your feet or your knees forward. And then push your heels in front of your toes. Get a deeper stretch into the bottom of your feet. And then walk your knees back. Maybe bring your hands to your hips. Maybe shift your weight back and then lift your knees off the floor. Maybe bring your knees and your thighs closer to your chest. And then roll back onto your heels. Stand all the way up. That feels good. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you found this useful and you'd like to see more, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and maybe think about subscribing. And I'll see you next time.